So this download is regarding balance. And just to explain downloads a little bit for those that may not understand, what is she talking about? Software, computers. A download is simply an epiphany, a revelation, a message that your higher self is giving you, which is a piece of truth from another dimension to help you along your journey and helping you to make newer discoveries. So the newest epiphany was talking about the masculine and feminine energies and the balance that we are striving for within ourselves of both the masculine and feminine energies. And I know me within myself, within my own twin flame journey, I have polarized, you could say, with one energy more than the other, and it's been a back and forth thing. And what this allows you to do is get things done, different things done. And so what I was getting was that the feminine energy is service to others. We are nurturers. We take care of people. We put ourselves and our needs on the back burner. And the masculine energy is a service to self energy. Neither one of these energies are bad. Service to self is not bad. It is not wrong. If it is polarized, unbalanced on one end of the spectrum, then it is not good. It's out of balance. So where we are going and what we are trying to achieve is that balance within ourselves where we are completely balanced in service to self, service to others. We are completely balanced in the masculine and feminine energies. And so with the twin flame journey, you are both, but you are more of one energy than the others. That's your strong, resonant energy. I am the feminine. However, I have been in my masculine energy. My masculine energy has been a dominant energy to the fact of I have been taking on action and being in the physical. One of those get things done people, being a single mother and tapping into doing everything for myself. So I could tap very easily into my masculine energy, but I was also very feminine as well as service to others. I always was very nurturing and loving and giving, and to my detriment the majority of the time. And that's an imbalance. So, what I got was at this time, the feminine, and this is for a group of feminine that I feel are ready to come into union. Or it could be all of the twins, because we don't know, like I was listening to Patricia McNeely's recent video where she would say, "Oh, you didn't get the twin flame manual? You didn't get it? Like, why didn't you get it? Or are you sure you didn't get it?" No, nobody's got the manual, so we don't know. Okay. And, giving ourselves a round of applause, a pat on the back, a cookie, we have done phenomenal with no manual, no rule book, nothing. we're pretty amazing because we've made it this far. And we've had, thank you, God, and our guides, and everyone that is tapping into their abilities, channelings and messages and energy updates and readings and all of that. We have all that to help us and to guide us and to and our higher selves, our higher selves they're coming in and giving us, just like this, epiphanies and downloads, and they're helping us. It is a group effort. And, so round of applause to all of us. We're getting these downloads. So I don't know, but what I do know is that at this time, a majority of twin flame feminine are being pushed into their masculine energy. And I think what the challenge is at this time is to tap into that masculine energy, but not too far. Don't push it too far where you are at the point of service to self. It's all about you. It's, and you lose the touch with your feminine side, which is the service to others. And staying in that balance where you are action oriented, you're in the physical, you're making your way in the physical, you're making your way in the world, planning for your mission, planning your future, creating what you came here to create, without it all being about you. So in doing that, and what I mean by that, by doing that and tapping into what you came here to create, it having an energy of service to others. So what I'm saying is, you're not just going out and getting a job so you can mass savings, or you can amass more things and more toys. You're going out and creating with the idea that you have others in mind. And that is the challenge at this time. To balance into your mission. Creating for yourself something that will sustain you and give you the life that you want. But it also is a mission, and it's something that you're creating in service to others. So if you don't know what to do, it's something, if you don't know what your life mission is and your purpose, and you don't know, and you hear people say it all the time, and you get upset, and I've had people comment and say, well, I've been a cop or I've been a nurse for this long and that, and I can't stand when people talk about mission. What is your mission? I've been in mission for 30 years. All well and good. All well and all good. If that is your true heart's desire to stay a nurse for the rest of your life, and it provides for you the life that you want, and you believe that that is what you were called here to do, and it is in service to others, go ahead full force. Nobody's knocking you. But if you're one of those people where you just don't know what your mission is, it is that. It is the balance of serving yourself and creating the life that you want and doing something that will make you happy. But it's also in service to others. It's helping others. It's helping raise the consciousness, helping others to ascend, healing, loving, sending light. And it's not hard, and it doesn't have to be anything fantastic. It really is with you doing whatever it is that you love with the mind frame that you are in service to others and not just yourself. Like you're not just trying to amass all this so you can buy a BMW. You really are wanting to do this as a service to other people. It's naturally going to happen. The love is naturally going to be there. The healing is naturally going to be there because of who you are and because you have balanced into that. And we will become fully balanced when we are in physical union with our twin, and that is really how we know that we are coming into physical union, because we will be truly balanced when that happens. But this is a testing phase. This is the challenge. We're now being asked to tap into that energy and balance it and be balanced within that masculine energy. The masculine is now being pushed into their feminine energy, and their challenge is now to become balanced into that, which means releasing their need for financial wealth and gain, releasing the need to be the man on top, to be the CEO, to be, in the NBA, or whatever it is, releasing that need, which would be service to themselves, of course, because then that would mean that they could buy whatever they could buy that BMW, or they would receive praise for being this top person or whatever. That's service to self. So letting go of that and embracing the more sensitive spiritual side of the feminine and looking out for others and taking into consideration others. And realizing that they didn't come here for that. They didn't come here to amass toys. They came here to usher in unity consciousness, the fifth dimension. That was the plan before they incarnated. That's the plan they made many lifetimes ago with you, their twin, to come and reunite at this time to help with the ascension of Earth and help humanity. So them coming into that and releasing everything that they've been taught, about what life is about and what you're here to do, here to buy a house and boats and cars and make it to the top and all of that. Physical attainment, and remembering the other and tapping into their spiritual, their angelic, their true soul's essence is what they in fact are going to be doing. So on the opposite end of that, of the feminine would be, so they're going to be tuning into service to others, that it's not all about them, that it really is about the earth. It really is about every soul on this earth. It really is about unity consciousness, but also not giving up what is for their highest good. So balancing into that service of self, which means I'm not going to sell myself short anymore. I'm not going to put up with some of the behaviors that I have been putting up with. I'm not going to be, the one that makes all the money and pays all the bills, and I'm being disrespected, or I'm at a dead-end job and I really need to take another job that's less stressful. So balancing into that where they will release their service to themselves, but not to the detriment of them, still keeping in mind their highest good and realizing, like we did when we awoke, that it was about self-love and it was about what is for my highest good. And those are the things that they're going to be balancing into at this time by tapping into their feminine energy. And that is releasing what no longer serves them anymore, and releasing the need to still be part of the service to self mentality that is part of the old masculine template. So it's releasing the old templates and balancing into that. And as the feminine releases, and some have released that. I know several twin feminines, and they are Blu-ray twins, and they have already released the feminine template. And they no longer are putting that pressure on their masculine of need and I need you to take care of me, and you're not doing this and you're not doing that, and pushing blame and being unforgiving, which is, the old feminine. The old feminine pouts until she gets her way. She withholds sex, puts the man in the doghouse, puts him on the couch because her needs weren't being met. That's old feminine princess mentality. And as we have released that, we are helping our masculine then to release the old masculine template. And that's what it is about. Releasing those old and balancing into the new, and balancing into both energies. And so this time is of that. So the challenge for the feminine at this time is to balance into both your energies, creating, taking action, and creating in the physical plane what it is that you want to create that serves you. It is something that gives you joy. It's something that's not going to stress you out. It's creating the perfect job that gives you joy, that is service to others, that naturally helps others. And being constantly in the giving and receiving. That is also part of the balance. Balancing your giving and your receiving. When you are in one energy more than the other, your giving and receiving is off balance. So balancing into that, and that would mean, and what that means for me in the physical plane of being balanced within service to self and service to others would mean that you are balanced in what you're receiving and giving. You're not holding on to anything out of fear. You're not holding on to anything out of only worried about yourself. But as you receive, you freely give. And then you receive and freely give. And it's a circle. And you're being balanced in that giving and receiving. And we're able to do that when we are completely balanced in both of our energies. And that would be another challenge. But it's all about balance. It's all about balance. It always is. If there's something that is off, how do you balance that out? It's like when you're in fear, picture a scale and you're scared and the scale tips over and on the scale, there's a ball on the scale and it says fear. How do I get out of that fear and balance back over? I choose love. I embrace love. Love's at the other side of that, which means I don't have to fear what I'm being told, what's saying. No, that's not true. And coming back over onto this side of the scale into love. And it comes into balance and you're equal. You're equalized again. It's about anything, any emotion or anything that is tipping the scale. What's the opposite of that that's going to help you balance? If someone's telling you something that is going to happen that's out of your control, whatever it is, whether it's a health scare or it's a legal matter or someone's made a decision, they're just leaving and that's it and it's final and it's not going to happen, the way to get out of that, out of control, the scale's tipped now, that something's happening that's out of your control. How to tip the scale back is to surrender and affirm, I am safe, I am protected, I am divinely guided, and I will surrender to what happens, knowing that all will work out for my highest good. That God has my highest good in mind at all times, and all things are working for my highest good. And surrender. And that's how you tip the scale back in the other way. So it's all about balance, and it's definitely about balance within the twin flame journey at this time. So I wanted to bring this little message, this little download that I got regarding balance. I will have several. And there's teachings coming. I do have 2 meditations. Like I said, I have the sexual healing meditation. I have the twin connection meditation. And I'm working on a surrender. I'm really good at surrendering. So I'm working on a surrender meditation that will have affirmations. That's going to be coming later this evening. I'm working on that now. So that's coming in the near future. I may get the meditation done before I even post this. So when you see this, you will see the surrender meditation available down below. So if you have a hard time letting go of that fear and surrendering, this would be a good meditation, something to do before bed that will help you let go of control. Okay, so there you go. I leave all my information below. If you need anything, please reach out. If you are interested in a healing package, email me. I can let you know. That includes a teaching, which is a webinar on whatever your situation is. It includes a one-on-one consultation with Jen from Twin Simplicity and I, where we listen to your narrative and give you advice. 2 remote healings, one from me and one from Jen. And a meditation. I send out a corresponding meditation, and as well as any information that we have amassed regarding your particular dynamic, whether it's narcissist, sexual trauma, religion, addiction, whether it's food addiction or any other addiction, whatever the subject matter is, we are going to have a teaching and a healing package for it. You, of course, are welcome to just buy the webinar or just buy the meditation or just get the one-on-one session or just get the healing, remote healing, you're more than welcome to do that. But we created a package where you could get all for almost half the price. So, and that doing that for everyone else, because we know everyone is in financial straits. And as always, I know that, as Jen has mentioned, if you need something and you cannot afford it, you still reach out to us, because we're not turning anyone away for anything that they may need because they financially cannot afford to do it. We have a barter system in place, and if there's a fair energy exchange, we don't have a problem with helping you. So keep that in mind as well. And thank you so much for your support. Thank you for being here and listening. Thank you for subscribing and liking and sharing this information with whoever you can think of that may need it. I love you very much, and namaste.